Good evening, everybody. This is Dottie Berry, and I'm coming to you from Blaine, Washington in the Pacific Northwest. Willie, where are you? Well, as you can see, he's not with me tonight. But anyway, we'll miss you, Willie. We'll see you, next time. So anyway, let's get started here. I tell you what, we got some exciting things to talk about. It's been kind of a crazy day, I'll tell you. Yesterday, I was actually getting everything changed over from my computer to a new MacBook Pro. So I was in the town of Bellingham all day long yesterday. It was kind of crazy. I got home and I had so much to do. I just actually stayed up all night. I mean, here's the thing. I want to be talking about what it takes to just focus and make sure you're taking care of the opportunity and, I don't know, just seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity, because we're going to be talking about Happy New Year in December, okay, and putting your business on the map before 2015. Why am I sharing that story with you? Well, when things happen, you kind of have to make adjustments. I wasn't planning on being in town all day yesterday about the computer, and I had things to do. And here's why I had things to do. There's that great new type of funnel, the webinar funnel, that you can utilize. And I'll show you the one I created, but that is so fantastic that Neil has taken us into the training and he's given a share code. It's not yet listed, okay? There's a mini site and there is the webinar one, the webinar funnel, okay? And neither one of those are listed under your websites, okay? It's a page you can just click on. But what Neil did, thank you, Neil, amazing. This is what I say, you do whatever it takes to get it done. They're not having those pages in yet, but Neil said, I think I've got a solution here. And he goes and he creates a share code with what he's got so that everybody can access that. I'm going to show you in the training area where he's actually got those, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that towards the end. But I want to talk a little bit about just the situations that we come up against. And here's what's funny about the computer. So I'm working all night, and everything. And why do you do things like that? Well, when my spouse is gone, I'm like, hey, just dig in. I don't have to answer to anybody. I just, I can stay up, get things done. And, when I was looking at an opportunity to put together a piece, I was tapped on the shoulder. Okay, this is about opportunity for 2015 by a large group to provide this with the product to get out there to 4 million people in a particular vertical. Y'all, that's huge. I can go out without sleep one night to get something like that done. So that's what you do sometimes, But I was sitting here and I was going to get ready for this hangout, and I'm kind of like, if I'm rambling or if my eyes look crazy. I was like, I got to get a shower. So I'm in there showering, get out, open up the cabinet, and here's just the coolest thing. You are my treasure and I love you. That just kind of stops you, and it does me, I should say. It stops me and makes me think about what's really important. And when we're in a great time of year where people are really just seems to be maybe extend a little more kindness to one another, it's a great time to just stop and think about what's really important. But having said that, our business is important. And so I want to talk about how we're going to create a new year during December and get your business off to a good start for 2015. Because you don't want to be waiting until January to get these things going. So back to the computer. Here's the thing that's interesting. So I called them I'm just going like a crazy person. I called them this afternoon. And the gentleman that I took it in and talked to first, Kevin, great TD Curran in Bellingham, great guy. He said, I went on my lunch break, which was later in the afternoon, and the things weren't finished yet. And Rufus, who's also a great guy there, helped me out. And he thought everything was done. But here's the bottom line. Things weren't done. Well, the reason I'm sharing this story with you is because Kevin said, let me check on this and get back with you. Well, Rufus called me back, and he's helped me before. Great guy, TD Curran in Bellingham, great people. But they take responsibility okay? Because here's what Rufus said. Rufus said, I am so sorry. It was really totally my fault. I read the note wrong. Now, can you get really upset about that? I read the note wrong. I mean, that's taking responsibility for what happened. And he said to me, he said, I'm going to make sure that we take care of you when you come in tomorrow, something like half off or whatever. But, you know, I'm thinking, gosh, I live 18 miles from Bellingham each way. And you know, that's my time. Time is money. So I'm thinking, I don't know. Here's the reason I'm sharing this with you. I want you all to get some engagement going. And I want you to say down there whether you think it would be out of line for me to ask Rufus and Kevin. It was $100, okay? It's not a big fee, but you know, do you think it's fair because it was their era? You know, here's the thing, on my new MacBook Pro, I couldn't even set up the cloud. It was just spinning. And guess what else? My email was missing. Yeah, my Outlook. Now that would be bad, you know, like 15 years of emails and stuff. So write down there in the chat box, okay? I mean, let me know. Do you think it's fair to ask for the total to be taken care of? Because I'm going to take several hours out of my day to go back again and gas and you know, just let me know. What do you think's fair to do? And I tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you, this is kind of crazy, but let me see. Let me just take it over here a second. I'm going to ask you to go over to the TD Curran page on Facebook and just say, hey, Dottie says that Kevin and Rufus, RUFUS, are good guys. We know you're going to treat her fair tomorrow. See, we don't go over there like demanding something, but we go over there just with a nice note. So let them know that I said something nice about them and that you all know that that they're going to take care of the situation. So, you know, these are the kind of stories where it's just about engagement. Now, there's a reason for me sharing these stories, because I'm going to be getting into screen sharing here and sharing some tips with you. And part of it is about engagement in 2015 and how we go about our engagement. Okay. So, I mean, I think that's really important. And here's some things that I think that we've really got to look at again in 2015 is keeping it simple and staying focused. Because I see people all the time getting so totally overwhelmed. They're going here, there, they try something for a day, they try something for 4 days, they try something for 6 days, and then they go do something else. And it's just like with social media. You don't need to become an expert on all the various social media, okay? Not all at one time. You learn one. That's why with the LinkedIn training that I did, and I got some good news on that, the PDF. But anyway, you go and you learn that to where you're an expert. What does an expert mean? It means that you know one more thing than somebody else does. In other words, though, you have some confidence in that social media strategy you're using. You have some confidence that you can do it, that you can make that work. And then as you have that going, go to another one and engage. Because I just continue to see people going all over the map. So here's what I want to do. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about really that what we're going to cover here is going to help you take it to the bank in 2015. So I love little acronyms and doing something crazy. Now, did you all go and write on our, you know, chat box down there? Did y'all go down there and let me know, what do you think? I should ask for a full refund or if half is okay? Tell me what you think. I want to get some ideas on how you think I should properly approach this. And then go over, not now, but later, maybe just go over to the TD Curran page on Facebook. Just put in the search bar, TD Curran, and it'll come up. And just say, Kevin and Rufus, you know, Dottie spoke highly of you. She's excited about coming back in there and hanging with you guys again tomorrow. You know, you can get a lot more good with honey, right? Than vim and vinegar, you know, or whatever that saying is from the South. And sometimes I can be, gosh, I have to catch myself in that. I just, you know what I'm saying? I get intense about what I want to get done. And man, sometimes I have to go back and offer somebody an apology. The sooner I do it, the easier it is. But anyway, let me just show you something here. So if you want to take it to the bank, think about this. B stands for we are all better together, okay? No man is an island. We're better together, folks. So team up with some people, partner. You hear me talking all the time about synergistic partnerships. And if you really want to achieve in 2015, trust me, you are not going to do it on your own. I'll give you an example. George from Greece and I, we work on Facebook strategies, and every day we're meeting on Skype. Do you know how different it is when you're going into Facebook and you're putting in your audience? Do you know, like on Jeff's training, that some of the things Jeff shows that I see in my Facebook page, that in the ads manager and all, that George does not see? We're all the time, kind of comparing. Let's go in your account. Let's go in my account. Let's see. So the point is, when he needs, we do a lot of things together, run ads and do a rotator and run links to things. And so when that's happening, and he can't get it set up properly, we need to run it over here on mine. Sometimes we may run one over on his for certain reasons. So, think about partnering up. All right. Again, better together. That's the B for bank. All right. What's the A? Another stream of income. It's kind of like women in shoes. I've never seen a pair of shoes I didn't like, and I've never seen an income stream I didn't like. I mean, come on. It's about multiple ways. Now, again, that doesn't mean that you get so overwhelmed you're running here, there, and everywhere and not doing anything well, okay? It's like the social media strategy. But there are ways in marketing to really have those multiple streams. Assess what resonates with you, okay? Do you want to do a combination of maybe a network marketing opportunity and affiliate marketing, Facebook marketing for affiliate products, t-shirts? I can't tell you what to do, but I can encourage you to go ahead and be laying out what is it that you're excited about. Remember when we talked about the 4 Ps last week, okay? We talked about passion. Is it that you're just going after your passion, or is it the process of what you're offering and the way you go about it? And maybe you don't care about this particular thing you're selling, but it's the process of helping get that sold for somebody or yourself in your marketing. And positioning. We're talking about positioning right now. You got to position for 2015. And then profits. So those are your 4 Ps. So those multiple streams are really important. Okay. What is in? Well, part of this is mindset. You've got to look at it and say, nothing can stop us. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Do not accept no. Create your yes every single day. This is so important, the mindset. Just understanding that nothing is going to stop you. And the K is, how many K do you want? You know what? If you don't even have any idea about how much you want to create monthly, make it reasonable, make it achievable. As soon as you achieve that, up it, okay? But if you don't even have any goals set for what you want to achieve, you're probably not going to take it to the bank, no matter how much you're working together, no matter how many multiple income streams you have, because you're not going to have anything in mind of what you're shooting for. It's like shooting arrows and there's no target, okay? Now, you've heard me talk about this before, but the irony of the paradox is that you have to have your goals without being attached to your goals, okay? Because what happens is, it's really this simple. When you set your goals and then something doesn't go the way you wanted it the very first month out of the gate at 2015, if you get very attached to what the results you wanted, then you get angry, disappointed, and there's no energy in anger and disappointment. And so when that happens, you just quit doing what you were doing that could have gotten you over the hump. So this is extremely important. So I want to help you look at how you take this to the bank, okay? So I'm going to screen share now and go over to some things that I want to show you. I hope I'm going to. There we go. Okay. This is the first thing that I'm going to share with you. Let me just get over here. See, without Willie here, I got to make sure everything's being seen. I think it is, yeah. Okay. Willie, we sure do miss you. Anyway, here's the thing I wanted to talk about. Change is the only constant. How many times have you heard that? Well, the reason I'm sharing that with you is I'm going to take you over to an article about 2015. It's going to talk about that again. But I put a collage together here. Change is the only constant. We know that's going to happen. But a lot of people say change is difficult and then not changing is fatal. Well, I would say that change is easy. It's us that's difficult. Think about that. Change is easy. Now, not changing can be fatal. That's very true. So if you resist change, you're the one being difficult. It's not the change that's difficult. But I can promise you this, if you go around saying every day that change is difficult, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard making money online. It's so difficult. Then what do you think it's going to be? Now, I'm not naive to think that you can just go around and singing Kumbaya and saying it's easy and take no action steps and that you're going to get anywhere. But I can promise you that if you're saying negative self-talk to yourself every day about how hard it is and change is difficult and blah, 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 it's not going to work. So this is actually a bonus tip in the LinkedIn training. I'm going to show you that too. But here's the thing. So change is the only constant. Change is easy, okay? But not changing can be fatal. And you're not even difficult. But if you resist change, you are being the difficulty, okay? That's a distinction there. So what you want to do is just keep calm and optimize, maximize, okay? Your opportunities in 2015. Now's the time when you start setting this. Now's the time when you start setting your strategies. I can't tell you what strategies you should set, but I'm going to give you some parameters for how it would be great to approach it. Okay, so let's go up here while I'm on this and show you your PDF that I've been telling you that was going to be here. And, you know, I had that crazy situation with YouTube last week. So here we go. You remember the training that I did for you on LinkedIn? Well, there's that training video is actually going to be contained in this PDF. But there's some things sometimes, you know, listening and being able to have something in a written format about some of the good things in there. So remember, if you go to coachbfreebies.com, you're going to be able to, you know, get these freebies. You don't have to come in and get the freebies. I'm not telling you have to, but I provide them for you. Okay. So I'm going to provide something of value here for you. And so here's the video. Here's the link I've provided to the video. Okay. So you're going to be able to go back through that video and you're going to be able to get this PDF. Okay. And then it's going to give top 10. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this right now. This is the top 10 LinkedIn gold nuggets for achieving your guru dream. Now, what is the guru dream? It's, yeah, keep dreaming, G-U-R-U. You're the guru. Have that as your mantra for 2015. You are the guru. Don't ever give up that dream. Don't ever let somebody else tell you who you should be. So that LinkedIn training was about optimizing your search ranking to show up as an expert and maximizing the perception of you as an influencer. So I made up myself this little thing here. Hey, you can just copy that little thing, put your name in there, and put something like this together. But that's the video, okay? So then we start with the 10 things here. Number one tip, I talk about giving your business CPR daily, all right? Now, we've gone through some of these on past, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But above the fold applies to your profile on LinkedIn. So I'm taking you through these things. So all of these top 10 here, hey, enrich via rich media. Y'all, it's all about video here. I give you some other great things. Custom photo sizes, they're all right here. That's number 9. Number 10 is write posts and include links to videos, okay, on LinkedIn. And I take a whole lot of posts I've done and let you access those. Now, here's what you ought to do is do some posting and ask some people to view and comment. So I'm inviting you to do that, okay? Hey, if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. And so the bonus tip number 1 is right there that I just went over. And here's some great articles for 2015. Now, I'm going to click on here and actually take you to those. One is the marketing trends prediction for 2015. Another is 5 tips for marketers in 2015. Great articles. This one right here is an actual LinkedIn post that I did, and it gives links to 2 key articles for 2015. One of them is on video and the importance of that. So here's the bonus tip number 2 after the top 10. Be confident about asking for support. I've already said this today. No man is no woman is an island. It's all about what you see at the bottom of these pages. It's about connecting, engaging, innovating, collaborating, and leveraging our unique collective talents to form synergistic partnerships globally. So reach out to people. You know, guess what, folks? They want to connect as much as you do. So be bold. Get out there and connect. Now, this part of the PDF is how to grow your network. I take you through exactly the messaging that you need to do when you go to connect with somebody. And, you know, the last thing here is just a thank you. I really do appreciate you coming to trainings. It means a lot to me because I feel like I'm helping you and I'm making a difference. So I say thanks for connecting, and let's ramp it up to 2015, okay? So if you will, and so I'm going to ask for what I want. When you go to the PDF, you read it, you like it, I'm going to ask you to go over on LinkedIn and maybe endorse me, you know, on some of these topics here. Or I would love it if somebody would do a video and you, oh, I can't do video. Why don't you take it as a challenge to do a video? I'd love to get some thank you videos. Anyway, I'm really just trying to push you out there to use the Google Hangout platform, okay? So I wanted to show you that's ready. And if you go to CoachBFreebies.com, then you're going to be able to access that with a bunch of other freebies, but it's all back there, okay, waiting on you. So let me go here. I really want to go here. This is in Forbes, and it's the 5 tips for marketers in 2015. Now, Willie's not here. I'm going to make sure that's showing up. Yes, it is. See it on my Google Hangout there. Okay, 5 tips for marketers in 2015. Now, you might look at some of this and go, tip number 1, career management. Don't let your current role manage your future career options. Now, you may think that that just sounds like a job, but listen, every bit of information out there can be used to apply to you, even in home-based business or network marketing, affiliate marketing, solopreneur, entrepreneur, socialpreneur. So let's just look at it. Don't let your current role manage your future career options. What does that really mean for us as potential online, offline marketers? It means wherever you're at now, if it's not where you want to be, refuse to accept that as your role for 2015. See, this is a number 1 thing. If you want to start having New Year in December and really taking your business, putting it on the map for 2015, part of what you have to do is have a great mindset and be determined that wherever you're at is not where you're going to be at the end of 2015. I mean, I look at what's happening for me right now, and it's actually mind-boggling. But I'm not surprised at all. It's where I have been seeing myself going for some time. The honest truth, I'm more shocked that I haven't gotten to certain levels sooner, the kind of levels that I'm going to, that I want to be at. Because, frankly, I think we all can do this if we want to and if we're willing to put in the work. And that's why I did what I did last night. You know, I stayed up till 7:30 and got back up at 9 o'clock this morning. And, you know, I'm not patting myself on the back like I'm great. I'm just saying you got to do what you got to do sometimes to get it done, to seize the opportunity. So if I knew that my business partner was going to talk with our IT guy about taking our list. Now, these aren't just like lists we bought. They're 4 million double opt-ins of a responsive list, but we don't want to take that list. We want to take it for this other project we're doing and put it on another server in Europe to, you know, just be protective, you know, of what we're doing. So again, don't let your current role manage your future career. Now, these are great articles for you to read, and they're all inside that PDF, the LinkedIn PDF. I gave you a lot of great info there. You don't have to go looking up all this. Customer engagement. What did I say? Now, this sounds crazy. I had a, you know, bad, crazy computer situation. I knew something was wrong. I called them, but they own it. That's powerful. That's good engagement. And, you know, I'm even going to go over to the TD Curran page afterwards and say, hey, it was great to work with Kevin and Rufus yesterday. And, hey, Rufus and Kevin, I'll be back tomorrow, smiley face. You know, I'm not going to call them out, you know, like bad something, because, you know, you're listening to how the story happened. The people on that site wouldn't. You don't go over and trash somebody. You know, here's the, social media is so great, but here's the good, bad, and the ugly. The good is that people can reach out and connect with each other in ways they've never been able to do. You know what the bad part is? People are absolute jerks sometimes on social media because they hide behind things. I heard the other day somebody speaking, I think it was Whoopi Goldberg. I heard her say something about, you know, she said, I don't care if people come on and say something about me, but don't hide behind being anonymous. If you know who I am, you know, you come on, tell me who you are. Don't just come in and trash somebody. Let me give you an example, folks. Let's take it offline. Have you ever been in your car and my spouse comes up, Robbie all the time is telling this story. It's a great one, you know, when we speak a lot around the country. And here's a great story, but you're going along and, you know, you're in traffic and everything, and you accidentally, okay, or somebody accidentally cuts you off and you're mad and angry, you know, it's like blah, 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 you know, you're in your car, you're in your tin box, you know, you're raising Cain. Oh, why did they do that? And you get off on the next exit and that person that cut you off happens to be behind you and there's a red light and they get out of their car and they just walk up to your car. Now, I know you might be saying, oh, I'd be scared. But what if they just tap on your window and say, and they're going, I am so sorry. I didn't see you. I mean, what would you say? You'd probably say, oh, shoot, it's okay. Hey, I've done that myself. But think how that could be a bad situation. And that's what happens on social media sometimes. So, you know, try to be interesting in your engagement. Try to be positive in your engagement. It talks about here about happy, interested customers will say good things about you. All right? Be interesting and make people happy. Rufus did that when he called me back and he owned that it was their fault and that he wanted to make amends. Now, I think it's fair for me to ask him to make total amends on that. Because when I told him I lived in Blaine, he was like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm not like 5 minutes from TD Curran in Bellingham. But anyway, whatever, I'm sure they'll make it right. You know, I'm sure we'll all be happy. Okay, number 3, and this is what I'm talking about here. Create a technology strategy. Now you're going to read this, and this is going to sound all complicated. CMO Council's recent report on technology trends for CMOs. 50% of marketing organizations do not yet have a formal marketing technology strategy. Well, if they don't have it, is it any wonder that you as a solopreneur don't have it? Folks, it doesn't have to be complicated, but it has to be something. I don't care if you just put together a 1 or 2 page synopsis. It's okay. See, something's popping up here. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't lose anybody. Okay, let me just see here. Let me go over here. All right. Let me go back. See, stuff's popping up on the computer, but that's going to get fixed tomorrow. So the bottom line is, this is a year you got to create a strategy. You can't just be in there flying by the seat of your pants. All right. And that you know, if it's a 1 page, if it's a 2 page, if it's that, you know, hey, in the LinkedIn, I talk about taking 1 action a day, 1 message a day to somebody about getting 25 new people requests, you know, to connect with 25 people, no more than that, till you get up to 500 and then keep going. But hey, get your strategy going. Again, if I tell you what your strategy is, you won't do it because it's got to work for you. I can tell you some of the steps to take here. So let's look at the next one here. All right. It's even running a little slow here. It's scrolling. Now, I do have a lot of things up here, but this is brand new. It's really quick, you know, there's no moving parts in it. So let's see if we can get it to go over here. I've clicked on the continue. I see it scrolling up there. We may be, okay, there we go. All right. Now, tip number 4, measuring marketing, making dashboard metrics meaningful. Well, this may be a little overkill for some of you all or some of us. Let me just include myself, you know. But tracking your ads, knowing what's happening. I mean, George and I were able to look at a recent ad we did, and we were able to really target it down that the people between 24 and 45 were the real ones who were doing the engagement with our post engagement on our ads. On this particular one, it was so low above 45, it's not worth it for us to even go over there and, you know, run the ad with that group, okay? Now, it might be for another t-shirt or product that we did, but for this particular one, even below 25, it wasn't working, and we saw that. So once you read your data and you find out, and if you're doing Facebook marketing, obviously Jeff's course is just masterful. He's great. He's keeping it updated because, trust me, things are changing every day with Facebook. You talk about change is constant. Oh my gosh, we've already talked about Facebook's constantly changing. But the good news is Jeff Mills is changing with it. We're all changing with it on a daily basis. Okay, so this is what we've got going here. You've got to track things, okay? That's number 4. So look at what you're doing and decide how you're going to do that. If you don't know what that is in Power Lead System, it's ad tracking. You can drop down, go to your ad tracking, watch the video, okay? Leadership, audit your function to assess operational performance. Wow, that sounds highfalutin, doesn't it? Well, that's sort of like corporate talk, okay? But this is something that's really key that it said, all right? You may not be a big corporation, but it said an expert in understanding team dynamics suggests that if you see conflict or have a disappointing result, let's make it align with what we're talking about. You're in Power Lead System, okay? And by the way, welcome to anybody who's visiting with us tonight. We always love for everybody to invite some guests so that you can see the type of training we're doing. Also right there, you'll see that you can take a 7-day trial with the person who invited you. Why not? Get 2015 started right. Every Tuesday night, we're doing trainings. So anyway, if you're not getting the results you want, there's nothing, let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with Power Lead System. I'm going to tell you, it's the best of the best complete marketing system out there. Everything is there for you to utilize. If it's not working, there's a couple things that may be wrong. A, you may not be going through your getting started guide. You may not even be watching any of your videos. How can you expect to learn anything if you don't do what you need to do? And you may be trying some things, but you may quit trying when one thing doesn't work. You can't do that. So if you're getting disappointed results, I mean, I got to be honest with you. Look at yourself first and check out what you're doing or not doing. Reach out in the group, in the Facebook group. You'll notice that everybody is very helpful. Neil's helpful. He's there. If you people write me all the time, I write them. I just said that last week I was going to be off the grid. It was Robbie's birthday. So, you know, sometimes you got to just get off the grid, right? But you've really got to look at, if you're missing the boat, there's nothing wrong with Power Lead System. If you run somewhere else, you're going to run into the same thing. So I'm advising that you don't just run here and there. Stick with something. Do you really think that if you opened a pizza place today and you didn't have the crowds you wanted in the first month, that you would close your pizza business? No, you wouldn't close it because you would have put hundreds of thousands of dollars in it. Well, guess what? You're not having to take that kind of risk with Power Lead System. I mean, for $30 a month, you can use the best of the best system on the planet. For $23.97 a month, you can be an affiliate. For Pete's sake, if you can't spend $53.97 a month to have a business, and then at least $50 a month in some ads to run your business, then you don't need to be in business, to be quite honest. I don't know how else to put it, but you might want to reconsider and do something else. I mean, that's not a huge cost, okay? If you don't even have money for that kind of marketing, go in and study the free ads, okay? There's free ad secrets. That one course in and of itself, $147. That's not that much. And then you can create income selling that to other people and offering a great deal. So we won't get into that, but I'm trying to give you some ways to lay out how you think about your business going into 2015. Now's the time to be doing it. We're at December 9th. Do not wait till the first of the year. You know what'll happen? It'll be the end of January and you still won't have set out the course that you're going to do. So right here, conflicts or missed targets are a clue about where to do some fact finding in places where your organization might be misaligned by design. So guess what? If there's only one person in your organization, who do you look to first? Now, if you have a team, you have to look at your team. If your team's not having the success you want them to have, I'm going to be looking at Coach B first, okay? And then I'm going to be going and getting with my people and asking them, what is your, how are you doing daily? See, I just continue to see people running all over the map, and then getting overwhelmed and not doing one thing good. And they'll say things like, I'm going to do such and such every day. And they'll just set an inconceivable target to hit. I go, whoa, make it manageable, because if you make it so high you don't hit it, you end up feeling bad about yourself, like you're not enough, like you're not okay. Let me tell you, who you are is enough. Who you are is enough, and you're okay. So don't self-sabotage yourself, okay? So here's a bonus tip they've got going. It says customer centricity. 2015 is the year of the customer experience, okay? So this is, again, look at these articles and see how it can apply back to you as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, online marketer, okay? Ultimately, every interaction a customer has with your company, who's the company? You. You're the brand is you, all right? Every single time the company impacts their perception of the brand, whether that's customer service or sales, marketing has the opportunity to play a leadership role in helping the entire organization, which is you, okay? Now, some of you may have a big team, but you still have your own branding, your own business, okay? Now, they're making a point down here on another bonus tip, brand image management. They're talking about political parties here, where they're going to have to proactively manage their image early and often. Now, what is the key here that I want you to look at? Not that I'm saying, hey, go run for political office. Maybe you want to, that's fine. But manage it early and often. That's why we're talking about Happy New Year, okay? Happy New Year right now in December. Happy New Year. Create your new year right now. Because whatever you're setting up in your strategies, okay, is going to be the payoff in 2015. Would you rather have a payoff at the end of the month in January or at the beginning? Would you like to have set it up? I mean, let's look at it this way. If I said to any of you, hey, I hear you're building a house. I have a roof free for everybody, if I come by your house, your lot on January 1st, if you have put in the foundation and the sides, and you're ready to put up the roof, I'm going to give you a roof for your home free of charge. Now that's $40,000. How many of you do you think, if you were actually doing that, would get busy building a foundation? Or would you be the type that would sit around saying, yeah, I don't know if you're really going to give me that roof. I don't know if it's going to really pay off. I'm not sure I'll set up that foundation. And then I come by and say, hey, Sally, hey, Joe, here with your roof. Where's your walls? Where's your foundation? Oh, well, I didn't think you really meant that. Folks, the analogy here is it's time to set the foundation. Because if you do, there's going to be some things that just happen for you, and they're going to be good. So these 5 things are very important, and you can get it inside that document. Okay, I'm going to go over to the other one real quick here, and I'm going to make sure this is still up. Hey, give some feedback. Write about some of these tips that we're talking about and what you think about them, because really that chat box down there is about engagement, okay? And also, above the chat box, you can share on Facebook, Google, do some sharing there. Get some, the way you learn to engage is by practicing it. If you just come into these Hangouts and you sit there and you don't engage, and I'm not saying you are, but without Willie looking over there, it's hard for me to, present this and go over, on the page right now, okay? So just be doing something. I'm encouraging you to do some engagement. Share with those social media things. Put up there, hey, doing a great Hangout right now. Some Hangout training on preparation for 2015. Hey, you want to have Happy New Year? Hey, even if you get here and if we're almost done, you're going to be able to see this Hangout in full. At the, as soon as it's over, you can watch the recording. So do some social engagement right now. Those of you who have a share code and actually made up your own personal link, hey, do that little social media button up there to Google or Facebook, whatever, Twitter, and put it out there and give your link and invite somebody to come on to the Hangout and watch, okay? Very important here. Okay, I'm going to go to the other article. Now, we're not going to go through all this, but this is 21 digital marketing trends and predictions for 2015. Look at this. The only constant is change. Let's go back over here. The only constant is change. Change is the only constant. Okay? Folks, it's just the way it is. Accept it. Don't resist it. If you will embrace that change is the game, then you can get excited about it. You can go, give me some more, give me some more. I want some change. I can't wait to get some more change. I love change. Because seriously, I do. I mean, you know what I get afraid about more than anything is getting stagnant or bored. I mean, change is exciting. Sometimes it's not how I want it, obviously. I didn't want to spend my whole day with my computer. I didn't want to have to really, work all night, but it happens. Things change, you have to adapt. So this is a great article here. Look, it's talking about from content to mobile to ads to humor to being more human. There's one thing people say, hey, you seem like a real person, Coach B. Yeah, the more you're just human, we're not trying to be the quote unquote guru that's the untouchable. We want to be human. It says, this post covers a variety of important areas of focus for digital marketing. Dig in, learn, enjoy, okay? Brands of publishers and pushing the boundaries of that further. Marketers become ridiculously proud of their writing. They're talking about these kind of things. So there's some super things here. So let me just come back over here. So here's the thing. I want to kind of leave it open tonight for some questions. but I wanted to set the stage on how you truly can start having Happy New Year in 2015. And that's how you set the stage for 2015. Folks, it's not going to happen unless you happen, unless you get busy, okay? So let me just take this off screen share. All right, here we go. So over in the Facebook group, I actually put in a link if anybody wants to participate. If you want to jump on, please don't come on. So this is what I said in the Facebook group. If you want to come on, if you want to ask a question, but please make sure that if you do, you know how to, get on a Hangout, because I would love to have you jump on if you want to ask any questions or anything like that. But if not, let me go ahead while we're waiting to see if anybody wants to come on and ask a question they've got going. Oh, I do want to show you though. Gosh, I almost forgot. Ding, ding, my brain's going kind of fried here. Let me just make sure I can get back over here. I do want to show you what I was talking about with Neil, because this is so important. Let me go back over here while people are thinking about, hey, don't be shy. Let me just invite you, please, please, please. There's somebody come on. I know you all are out there. We've been having hundreds watch these Hangouts over the last few weeks. It's great. So if you have a question, but let me go back to screen share, because this is really exciting, okay? This is just fantastic what Neil is doing over here. And he does say that lead lightning is coming soon, So, hey, that's going to be Christmas, all right? So let me just go here. I want to make sure that I get to the right. Oh, that's the, let me just show you this here. There's freebies. Okay, look, free LinkedIn basic training video, optimizing your search, click here for the PDF. That's all on the freebies. That's how you get that. Let me make sure what else we have here. Okay. Okay, here I want to go take you first, though, inside the system. All right, inside the system, let me show you how to get there. If you go to training area, okay, right there, you log into training. That's the PLS training. If you haven't created a password, you create a different one, okay? I mean, it can be the same one, but you have to go ahead and create it in order to access the training site. So you get in there, and once you get in, okay, you come over to system videos. If you click here, all right, you just click on system videos, okay? There's right here, I want to show you. So here's the one. These are the two new ones, how to create a cool mini site. Now, hey, I am psyched because that's the one I'm going to work on, maybe not all night, but Robbie's still not home, so okay, I'm gonna be getting after it as soon as I order me a pizza. That's probably what I'm going to do tonight, just to make use of my time. Okay, that's one. Now, what that means is that if you click on this, I'll see if I'm still logged in, okay? Creating your mini site. When Neil does a video, he gives you the share codes, all right? Gives you the share codes here. Now, that's the mini site. Let me go down here. This is the Hangout registration. Okay, so the Hangout registration, this is the share code, all right? That's the share code. So let me show you where you take that. You copy that. There's two different versions, okay? There's one where two people are part of the presentation page, and another one is one person, okay? But he's going to take you through that, all right? And it's very, very good. I just want to say, Neil, fantastic. Now, what you do is you come over here and you go into my sharing codes. I've already put mine in, okay? But you put it in here, and then you just click submit, okay? He's already showed you that in that video. But I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you where it shows up, okay? And then I'm going to show you what it looks like, because you can preview it, okay? You scroll down here, because I've already used the share code. I'm going to go down here until I find it. Now, there's the mini site, okay? But this one right here, and if you want to see what the mini site looks like, you just click there, and you click here, and there you go. Look at that. This is a mini site, okay? You swap that video out. I'm going to turn that off. So let me go back here. The one I want to show you is the webinar invite page. This is the one-person one, and this is the two-person. So let's look at that. Let me make sure it's still coming up, screen sharing. Yes, it is. You know, the worst thing is to be thinking you're screen sharing and nobody's seeing anything. But, okay, so this is the one that Neil takes you through in that training. Now, it says 365 days because he hasn't set this time frame. So I'm going to show you how mine looks. So I want you to look at this. Now, look at this. Once you set this up, this is just, you can change this. He takes you through that in the video. Hey, y'all, all I did was watch that training video last night, and I got to work. I made a whole funnel with autoresponders and Hangout pages, and man, it was cool. Now, why did I do that? Because I got 4 million people mine's going to with my business partner. That's exciting. I'm not going to sit on that opportunity. Those don't come along every day. So, okay, so there's Neil and Jeff. And so you just see how it is, and you can change all of this. You can also share this, okay? Like if you had this page set up and you wanted to send somebody on Facebook, Google, you know, right? It's kind of like I'm just sharing with you all right now. Hey, below the video down there, above the chat box, share out on this, okay? Get people coming to your, you know, to the pages and seeing what we're doing. This is so important. Because if you're not engaging in 2015, I just got to tell you, you're going to be left behind. And so don't blame anybody else. I'm not trying to make you bad or wrong. I'm just saying this is what you got to do. All right, you got to engage. Okay, so let me go and now show you my page that I created. Okay, oh, here it is. Okay, so here's my page. And this is one of my trainings, you know, that I'm doing. So I put what I need to put. I have it set up with pictures. I have my timer going. You see that? My timer going. Now I'm going to take you in the back office, and I'm going to click on this page and show you how I was showing it. Now you see that I have more little check marks, okay? I've got more check marks there then. And Neil shows you in this training. Now I'm going to go in here tonight after we finish. I'm going to be tweaking this some more with my verbiage and all, okay? So then I was also able to change this, and he shows you how to do that, because I don't want the one that with the share code going, because what happens is when you do the share code, I didn't just take that and attach it to a subdomain. If I had done that, I would have that other one up, the one I showed you a minute ago. I want my own custom one. So as soon as I used the share code and that page was created, I made a copy of that page. Now, Neil shows you in that video how to do that. All right, but I'm going to show you how I did this. So now I say, claim my spot. All right, so I just put in an email. I'll just put one in. Now, we're testing. I've already tested. It better still work this time. Anyway, I'm going to go there, and we've got our great, you know, opt-in here. Hope I got the right code. Sometimes this one's, okay, now, look at my nice thank you. Do y'all notice this thank you? It was the one, I just thought that was, I don't know, it resonated with me. I hope you enjoyed on that LinkedIn PDF. So anyway, right there, okay. They come in here, and it says, we're excited about you attending our upcoming online live event. Remember to mark the date in your calendar, you know, it gives it to them. And then it says, and bookmark this page, because that's where they're going to actually go for the Hangout. But I'm thanking them here. We'll also send you an email reminder, you know, and then I just give them some more information, you know, because I'm just showing this because this is call to action, okay? So then I click there, you know. So look, I've already got my code in there. So it's a day, 23 hours, blah, blah, blah. So I've got them. I'm saying, hey, do this. That's an action button. I've got in my chat. I had to do a different one because it isn't the PLS Gold Nuggets. You know, this is for another group. So you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is really, really important. So this is all what I was working on last night. I mean, I was so excited and fired up. So let me now take you back in the back office, okay? Okay, let me take you back over and show you where mine are. So you know where to go for the training that Neil's doing. You do it via a share code. In other words, these pages aren't listed right here yet when you click on websites. The way they get into that section is because you go to the training, you use the share code exactly how Neil told you to, and then you can develop something like I did. Look, I'm not anybody special because I did that. I'm just somebody who got it done because I did it. That's all. I listened to the video, you know, just like you're listening to a video. I took action. Okay, 2015 is about taking action. It's about being engaged. It's about using video. This is really, really important. Okay, so you'll notice that it says the webinar, okay? So I go here. I set up things. I go to edit text. All right, so all I did is none of this wording was here. I had to put in my own wording, okay? I had to put in my own wording. And he shows you several things where you click on the source and you then, now mine on a Mac is Control F, okay? And, you know, right there, that's a different word. But I think on a PC, it's Control F. And then following what he said in the video, then you can come in here and you can put it in there and go down and change the time, okay? You can change the time. And then when you come down here, it'll take you right to it. You just set it Eastern time. And what does that do? That makes this work, okay? When you go in there and you set it. Now, the reason Neil's is showing 365 days because he hadn't said it. He was just showing you, mine's got to be right, okay? Mine's got to be right so that this little countdown thing happens. And it shows that it's on the 11th, okay? And I put in all my information. And when and he shows you what size to put the pictures so that they're correct in there. You'll notice in the LinkedIn PDF, I give you the size of the pictures for the post, for your profile pic, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and this is where I just typed it in. I know you can type, even you can type with one finger, you can type. So you just put your pictures in there. So that's exactly how I set up that page. I simply watched the video Neil had, and then I went in there and I created it. So he mentioned having a thank you page. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to have a thank you page. So here's my thank you page that I set up. So once I have my thank you page, let me go back here real quick. I gave it a subdomain. You'll notice that it says thank you. Okay, so that's my thank you page. Right there, I'll go back here to my pages. And then I had to set up my my Hangout, my webinar event Hangout page, okay? Now this right here, look, I'm ready to start doing that mini site now. Boy, I can't wait. I already made my copy. I just got to go in there. Because see, right now, let me just show you what it's going to look like. Right now, there's nothing in there. It's just that, oops, just that stuff. Let me make sure this is still showing up in there. Okay, it's just that stuff. But I'll guarantee you, come tomorrow, it's not going to look like that. It's going to have all the other stuff in here, which is going to be really cool. I love it. Okay, so, I mean, this is just, you know, what's so important. These little basic steps that I'm talking about are things that I do, okay? They're things that you need to do. They're things that we all need to do, okay? So I'm going to come back over here and quit screen sharing. Let me see if anybody has joined. What is with y'all? Y'all scared to get on here? I'm not that, hey, I'm not going to bite your head off. Anyway, okay, so if you don't want to get on, that's okay. Now, let me say this. I want to reach out to somebody because I'm leaving for Scottsdale Sunday morning, 6:40 in the morning. Woo! That means I'm going to probably not even sleep that night. And then I'll be coming back the morning of the 21st, 6:40 a.m. flight again. That means early, early. But anyway, so that means next Tuesday, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think I'm going to really work with Willie and say, Willie, it's time. Willie, I don't know if you're getting to watch. I know he was helping his daughter tonight. So even if you're watching some of this, Willie, I think it's time for Willie G to step up and do his own training next Tuesday night. What do you think, folks? Yay for Willie. So maybe if anybody else wants to come on with Willie next Tuesday night, that would be awesome because I'm not going to be available. But we will make this happen, okay? We will have some training. Because, see, it's not about me always doing the training. I love to get other people engaged. So if you are watching these, and it doesn't matter if you're, with my group and all like that Empower Lead System, it doesn't matter. I mean, we open this up to everybody. So if you're interested in doing something like that in the future, let me know. We'll work it out. I'll have you on some trainings. I would love to be helping coach and mentor some of you all so that in 2015, you begin to step into leadership. So let me know if that's of interest to you. Now, that's not what interests everybody. Some people like to be behind the scenes and, whatever. You know what? All parts are valuable. No one part is better than the other. It's like a vehicle. It takes all the parts of the vehicle to work. The pretty outside, hey, I'm looking pretty here. No. What you see from the outside, if there's nothing under the engine, the car ain't going anywhere. If there's no gas in the car's not going anywhere. So it takes everybody working together, okay? I'll share, talking about working together, I'll share one little tidbit. Some of you may not know this. I'll just admit it right off the bat. I've been in jail. Yeah, but it's for social justice. And I say that the reason I'm sharing this with you, sometimes some of us, when we were working to make things right in our world, just like when Dr. Martin Luther King years ago did things to help make our country better, they did social justice. And I've done that in my lifetime. And some people who weren't able to do that, maybe because security in their job or something, they would say, here's the deal. After being in jail for social justice issues, when we get out, if there's nobody there with a car to pick us up, we'd be walking back to wherever we came from. My point is everybody's part is important. Nobody's is less important or not as good. So whether you're out front training or whether you're doing some things in the back, if you're a type of person who loves to support and help do some things and you want to help us with our Hangouts, I would love to have you contact me. I mean, the whole idea, folks, I'm going to end it with this, go back through it real quick. What is it? Where's my little papers here? I know they're here somewhere. Oh, here it is. We're better together. We're better together, okay? Let's take this to the bank in 2015. I mean, seriously, let's take it to the bank, okay? And my A, another stream of income, multiple MSI, multiple streams of income. I love it. I love it. N, nothing can stop us now. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And K, how many K do you want? Hey, doesn't have to be what somebody else wants. What do you want? I know mine's based on my own personal financial freedom and what that means to me. Okay? So, hey, listen, I hope you got some value out of what was offered tonight. If you did, hey, put it in the little box down there. If you found some value tonight, some gold nuggets, I mean, this is all about what I call Coach B's Gold Nuggets. Go over there to our Facebook group and just make a comment or something. It would be great if you would do that. Let people know what's happening. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you being here, and reach out to me if I can help you. I will tell you the 14th through the 21st, I am going to be, like nonstop in Scottsdale, doing some training and some exciting things. I can't wait. But it's going to be full on all day long. So I have this rule that I share with people. If you contact me and you don't hear back from me in 24 hours, you need to assume that I didn't get your message, okay? But during that time period, give it 48. Even though I'm gone, I will be checking things, but it might not be the 24-hour rule during that period, 14th to the 21st of December. But normally it's 24 hours. And if I don't communicate back to you with a phone call or, you know, with email, I mean, like yesterday I had some things and I had to text Mark, I'm sorry, I will call you today, you know, and Mark, I am going to call you as soon as I finish here. So sometimes that's the way it is. Anyway, many thanks to everybody for being here tonight with us, and we'll look forward. I will see you the following Tuesday night. That would be the 22nd. But next Tuesday night, Willie, come on, bud. It's your time. We'll make sure you're set up. And anybody else that wants to jump on with Willie, let me know. And anybody else who wants to start getting involved in 2015, now's your time as you're setting your agenda, as you're setting what you want your life to be like, your financial freedom in 2015. So Happy New Year in December, and put your business on the map in 2015. Okay, everybody, good night, and thanks for being here, okay? We'll see you next time.